Underachievers.
I was absolutely spot on.
Come
How
on.
can you lead the league title for 93% of the time and not
I
win it?
respect the angle you're
Get out
about
of
to
here,
go
man.
from. I
No,
respect
but it's the
it.
truth. If Son played for Bayern Munich, he'll get 25 goals.
Oh hell
Like-
nah. He wouldn't.
Yes.
He would. Oh hell nah.
This was you.
I knew it was the
This was
as soon as the DCL came in, I knew it was the
It didn't
mix. I
sound
know
like
that guy.
me, but I
This
was
was you.
still like scared, man.
Mav, do you wanna? Is it gonna get like a my bad on that, like a fair play, guys, or?
Nope, because
What's
everything
gonna
else
happen
is still correct. So I'm not saying my bad or a section of his play.
Is he the most progressive passer at United? I'm just interested. Today is an episode that I've been looking forward to for a very long time. This is, of course, our first season doing the podcast, and we have finally reached a point in time where we go back and revisit our takes and see which ones deserve a bit of applause and which ones expired like milk. So with the PL season finally over, it's time to boast about or apologise for our predictions about the final league table and, of course, our summer transfer tier list. First up, a lot of transfers we hadn't seen, but we took his word for the tier list because he watches 300 different leagues. So Ferhat, how are you feeling after the Bundesliga title win?
Oh, I'm marvelous, man. And that Bundesliga win, I don't think I've gone through so many emotions at once, or in like 1 hour, 2 hours than in those hours, man. That was crazy.
Must feel great winning it again.
Yeah, but hey, man, it was like
New feeling for you, know?
Nah, it was objectively like our worst year in the last 11 years or so, and we made it through somehow.
Boo, flipping.
Anyway, next up, this guy, he's made some very bold predictions during his watch-alongs, but once the VODs expire, sadly, there's no evidence. Luckily, on the T90 pod, we have the files stored. Kurt, how are you feeling? Are you ready to defend some of your early opinions, or you reckon you've done well?
Yeah, I can't even remember. I mean, there's a couple I do.
That's
but
the good
we'll
thing.
see.
That's the good thing.
We'll see.
Yeah, everyone knows that one specific team that they're going to mention for you, but there's some other interesting ones that we've said here. And lastly, this video was made when this guy was still public enemy number one. The comments used to shout, "This guy knows no ball, get him off the pod." Well, they still shout that today, but Mav, how are you feeling ahead of today's session?
Green. Go away, man. No,
They still say that.
I know. Listen, I know how you meant it. The timing was just
It's
not
first
great.
the one typing it.
Yeah.
He's the one typing it.
Yeah, he is. Do you know what? These types of videos are my favourite. I can't wait for this. This should be a lot of fun.
Yeah. It's getting to that time of year. So basically, this morning, I went back and watched episode 21, where we gave our final league table predictions alongside all the like awards, player of the season, player to watch, blah, 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 whatever. I've documented what we said for each and every single team, good and bad, myself included. So we're going to be issuing out apologies or congratulations for whoever did good and bad takes. There are some teams that aren't that interesting, so of course we'll just fly through them and see how it goes. First up, in the league, we all had, in our relegation zone, finishing 20th, Bournemouth. There were no signings on their thing, but they managed to stay up.
Yeah, I
Bournemouth.
mean, we owe these guys a huge apology, you know? Wow, man.
Yeah.
They crushed it. There's
I mean,
no
it wasn't
way
really our fault, right? Like, they got a new manager.
Yeah, but
None
like,
of us really, you know.
You know, you've got to hold your hands up. Fair play.
No, yeah, definitely. Mav, obviously you had them relegation as well.
Yeah,
Same,
I mean,
guess, as well, innit?
To be honest, unless you supported Bournemouth, I think everybody had them 20th. So we covered it in the manager's video. We have to give them applause, and we have to say, the fact you've stayed up with that squad and the style of football they play, GG, man. Big ups to them, I'll be honest.
Yeah, shout out Footwiz Jamodo, by the way, who invested all his stocks in Scott Parker. He got sacked and then they went and survived.
It's crazy. To be fair, I think they had like a few signings in the winter transfer window as well, right?
They did.
Yeah,
they did.
But I still have to say their squad still feels like it's championship quality, and with that in mind, it's crazy that they stayed up.
It is what it is. Well, move over to 19th place. We have the first one where a player was on the list and someone has to hold their hands up. Nottingham Forest was our 19th place. And someone here said, Wolves have absolutely robbed Nottingham Forest. Gibbs White, meaty player. Does that person know who they are? I assume they know, judging by the wording. I think they know who it was. But just in case they don't, Mav, hi.
Hi.
Gibbs White.
Hi.
bear in mind that I said, I disagree. I think he looks all right. Are we gonna get a my bad for Gibbs White or?
Yes, we are. To be honest,
he was trying to think about how to argue this.
No. It's one of them where, again, nobody shouted him to have the season he's had. Nobody expected him to be as good as he was in that Nottingham team. But I'll put my hands up and say that they saw something that no one else did, because no one was shouting Gibbs White for a top tier player. So yeah, I have to say I didn't see the vision. And the vision was absolutely there. So if anybody actually shouted him to be Nottingham Forest's best player, I need proof, because you are a super genius. Fair play.
I was saying is that I was saying that I think he looks good for them. That's all I'm gonna say. These two agreed with you, by the way.
Yeah, but good is so
I
safe.
said he looks
You
good.
said good. Like, yeah, he looks good for them. That's so
no,
safe.
because everyone was saying, no, this is a robbery. Like, what a disgusting transfer. I was the only one that was like,
no. But what I'm saying is, you weren't like, oh, nah, he's a baller. You said he looks good.
Well,
you know what I mean? Even in the tone, you just said he looks good. So don't act like you've claimed something crazy there. That's just safe. He looks good. You know.
All right.
Good effort.
Listen,
though.
you know what? Because we all
it.
had we all had Forest like relegate. I'm not going to waste too much time on them. I now have one to hold my hands up on. All right, we are on to 18th place. I had these guys to get relegated I put them specifically 18th. I was wobbling between 17 and 18. I put them 18th. It is Fulham. You guys all said that they will finish anywhere from 13, 14 up to like 17th. So I apologize to Fulham. I wasn't expecting it. I can't lie. I was seeing guys like Leno, 2 million, Willian, all these random signings that like made no sense in my head. I don't know how they've managed to fix it where it looks good, but like I said, fair play to them. Marco Silva, what a job he's done. And of course, we all had Palhinha very good. So I guess I think we all agree Palhinha remains in very good, right? Like he had a
100%.
very good season.
Absolutely.
Kurt, you're in the same wavelength, yeah? You agree Palhinha should have stayed in very good, yeah?
Defo.
Yeah. We done well there then. We done well there. All right. 17th place. Here we go. It's time for another person to start holding their hands up. 17th place, we had Everton. Now, that seems like, we've done well there. Like, as a team, we've done well there. However, somebody here had them in 12th. In fact, what they said was, they're not going to concede many goals. DCL was going to be bagging. And one player that we're not really talking about is Idrissa Gana Gueye.
Not me.
Does that person know who they are? Kurt, over to you, bro.
Oh, thank God. I thought
this was you.
I knew it was as soon as the DCL came in, I knew it was
It didn't sound like me, but
This
I
was you.
was still like scared, man.
One player they're not speaking about is Idrissa Gana Gueye.
No way. I just don't even rate
This
it.
was you. I'm directly quoting exactly what was said. You had them in 12. So what do
They
you think?
stayed up. To be fair, yeah, they stayed up. Decent team. Yeah, I thought they'll do better than last year, but turns out, it went down to the last game. But hey, they stayed up.
So are we gonna get a my bad for Gana Gueye or DCL?
The Gana Gueye I don't remember. DCL, how much did he miss though? DCL, he missed like more than half, nah?
No, he missed games. To be fair, he missed games. But when he was playing,
they're
someone that was gonna
surprising.
be
I
fine.
thought they'll do better. I thought they'll do way better. Yeah, even
Fulham had them
conceding
getting
goals
relegated,
actually.
so.
I
You
thought they
didn't
wouldn't
add the
concede.
Lampard tax, to be
Yeah,
fair.
you didn't.
Lampard,
that one.
because
Lampard stayed
No,
way too long as well.
because
No, wait. That's even, that makes it even worse.
Nah, but-
if I'm adding Lampard tax and Kurt had them 12,
yeah,
what
that
does that
makes
even?
it worse,
No, that's what
That looks worse.
That's what I'm saying. I don't like. Again, people knew Lampard was bad, but they didn't. Again, they didn't know how bad he was until he went
Hey, well,
to Everton.
Ferhat did. Ferhat had them
No,
to get relegated. And
I
that
had
was close enough. To
I
be
had a
fair.
good. I had a good idea that he was bad, but like I did. Yeah, I don't think anyone thought. Because he started off okay as well, which is the weirder thing about it. And you
I
know,
was about to say they started decent, didn't it? That's probably why.
yeah.
At the time I
So,
put them
so
down.
Bit
I
of
don't really
recency
know.
bias.
I don't really know
Ooh.
where we went so wrong for them, but yeah, they had a poor season.
True.
Well, we all agreed during the tier list that we had put Onana in very good.
Yeah.
I still feel like that's fair.
Yes.
He in a few
100%,
games kept them up single-handedly. So fair play to Everton. Just before I move on to the 16th place, all 4 teams that we had in the bottom on our combined table all stayed up. So
nice.
what that tells you for our predictions, I don't know, but we're gonna continue. 16th place, we finally get a team that actually went down. Southampton. Kurt said they're gonna get relegated. I didn't. I put them 17th because I had hope. You know what it is? The signings, bro. Well, I think I said again. I'll hold my hands up. I said they're making some of the best under the radar signings, but they'll still finish 17th. I kind of still stand by that. I'll be honest. I feel like the signings were good. They're just the core of their team is terrible. But Kurt, you seem to know they were gonna go down.
Oh yeah, this one's been coming.
Take your praise.
This one's been coming.
Yeah.
I think. I don't know. I think I put them to go down last year as well, if I'm not mistaken. So I would definitely was super confident in that one.
Yeah. We all put Lavia to have a very good season. One that maybe we kind of pushed it a little bit too much, and I'll admit I was part of this. We put Bella Kotchap amazing. However, he was injured as well, man. He was injured quite a bit, so it's hard for him.
Mismanaged. That's the issue.
I knew that amazing wasn't gonna stand after I saw him for Germany.
Fair enough, man. Yeah, you were, but you gave us the whole speech about you're watching Bochum and all these other teams and whatnot, man.
He's still a very good talent. Yeah, doesn't change.
Yeah, fair enough. 15th place, Aston Villa. Of course, this is under Stevie G.
Yeah.
But one that I feel like I still, I should get a bit of accolades for. Not a massive one because injury tax and whatnot. But I said, I'll be honest, I think Diego Carlos will be a flop. Even when he's fit, I don't think he'll be cold like that. Kurt and Mav massively disagreed, so we went with underwhelming.
Wait, who?
Mav. Diego Carlos.
He missed the entire season, though. No?
Yeah, I was about to get onto that because he was about to ask my
But that's
opinion,
a flop, no?
Carry on.
He played and he wasn't good in the first time he was playing.
Nah,
and he came back at the end of the season.
I
and
swear he played
like
how many games did he play? He's played probably 2 games.
So is that a good transfer then? If he played no games, is that a good transfer?
I mean, he missed the entire year, innit? We don't know. Okay. We'll never know, I guess.
Then I'm keeping my Bella Kotchap amazing because I feel like he's.
Bella Kotchap did not miss a whole season.
He played 3 games and he started 2.
He played 3 games. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I was underwhelmed, man. I feel like he can stay there and underwhelmed.
Nah, man.
But go on, man. I guess overall, Aston Villa, you're happy that Gerrard got packed in like that.
And I can't remember what I said. But I'm pretty sure I probably was undecided in how Gerrard was going to do because I felt that way from the start. I thought, again, I'm always wary when someone does something in the Scottish league. I've always said that, and then comes over to the Prem. Same way Tottenham. All the best to you lot after today's news. But then, and while Gerrard was there, just awful, just horrible football. Then, of course, Emery's come in and arguably been one of the managers of the season. But yeah, with the Diego Carlos thing, there's no Aston Villa fan out there who will judge him.
It's underwhelming.
No, man, we can't. There are exceptions to rules, and having a season-long injury is an exception to the rule.
Fair enough. In 14th place, we had, ahead of Aston Villa, we had Leicester City. Another relegated team. No signings on the list. And to be fair, Mav did say, these guys could be in trouble. And just to help out Mav even more, I will be honest, I said, I think they'll have enough because they can score a lot of goals. And in my defense also, in my defense, I opened the league table as I was watching the video back. They've scored more than everyone in the bottom half. What I failed to factor in was they were going to employ Danny Ward in goal. I couldn't foresee that one, man. None of us knew he would be as bad as he was. Chat to you about Leicester season.
I'm exactly with you. There's no way they should have gone down with that team. No way.
Disgraceful. Ferhat, were you? I think you were telling me about Face before he signed, right? Or was that somebody else?
I don't know.
I can't remember.
Conveniently, he doesn't know.
That's the best way to get around that. Somebody was telling me about Walt Face.
I genuinely don't know. It seems like
it definitely wasn't me. So
it seems like though after he departed from Stade Rennes, their defense got better, right? Under Will Still.
Sure. I wonder why, mate.
Anybody heard of Will Still? Yeah,
FM manager, man.
Fair enough, man. Leicester, listen, you had a great time in the Prem. You did things that many would dream of, right? Like certain Spurs fans are watching this thinking, I wish I could have a little 8-year spell like that. So congrats to you, but we'll see you never. In 13th place, here is the team that one of us, he knew it was going to come at some point. In fact, by the way, he was distraught that we had this team this low, but they got relegated. 13th place, we have Leeds.
So they're that high because of me, right?
Yes, they are that high because of you. For those unaware,
there's no
Kurt had Leeds in
there's no
7th.
two ways about this one. I gotta hold my hands up like, wow. What I will say is that similar to Leicester, there's no way they should have gone down with that team. I think the manager, the one they actually both, like the American and the one they made after him.
Yeah, like, which one?
They held them back massively. Yeah. Like that team, I mean, there was so many questionable stuff happening. Like I couldn't understand. A lot of talented players. I don't get it. I'll never get this one. It's gonna be managers for me. It's gonna be. But yeah.
Well, just for a bit of added context, as you know, I said like I documented all of it. So let me give you a quote that you said about this. You said, most people had them to be relegated, but I still feel bullish. These guys haven't been watching them. Even with this bad start, they'll definitely still finish top half minimum.
The funny thing is, they didn't even have they didn't have that bad of a start. I can't remember.
But you were guessing it. You told us they sold their best 2 players and they look so much better. So I don't know, man. I don't know.
Like I said, I'll hold my hands up, but I'll also put manager tags there because I don't understand.
Fair enough. And for the 2 players, by the way, we all put Sinistera in very good.
Aronson and Sinistera, like they had flashes of ridiculous brilliance. I don't understand, but it was just such minor flashes. I don't get it.
Yeah.
Well, one person here did say something different actually, because Mav said Aronson's been class, as did Kurt. Furhat said he's been watching recently and he looks like a headless chicken. To which Kurt was like, "Wow, how dare you?" Come on, Furhat. Have your accolades, man. Have your accolades.
Yeah, that's the thing though. I didn't know about this before that either. I totally legally streamed the game to Jamie, who's a Leeds fan, and bro, Aronson was awful. I've never seen someone with such a balloon touch at his height. It was crazy.
Yeah, it was.
Like it's not like he's 6'4" hench and stuff. Okay, then I can understand why it like touches meaty, but he just genuinely looked like someone who just came out of like the US Academy or something.
Yeah. It is, man. Yeah, Leeds was a horror show. Mav, I guess similar thoughts to the rest of us, isn't it? Like,
I mean, everyone knows my thoughts on Calvin Phillips. I've always think he's been underrated and understated, and losing him was always going to be big for them, but we didn't realize it was going to be this big. So there we go. You know, I had to get some Phillips prop in there. You know,
fair enough, man. Kudos to you. Well done. 12th place. We had this team had no signing, so there's nothing for the tier list to look at. We had Brentford in there. I said Tony needs to get on the plane. Now, again, I don't think I should hold my hands up because I actually think I was cold on that shout, but obviously he put on a few accumulators and he said, you can't go to the World Cup.
Wait, you're not putting that down as a bad shout for you, surely? Because he absolutely...
I'm just saying what I wrote. Like, that's what...
If it wasn't for the betting thing, he was on the plane and he deserved to be on the plane if it wasn't for the betting thing. So... I don't want to defend you, I really don't, but that's defo not.
I'm just open and honest because okay, fine. Well, Kurt said they'll finish 17th. So Kurt, what do you think about that?
I had them 17th.
Damn.
17th.
Oh, Jesus.
You had Brentford 17th. You said the competition is crazy. You're not really rating them like that. That's when I started gassing up Tony, and you weren't really hearing me because you were still talking about whatever other.
No, again, it's a different. For me, it's the manager once again. Like that's what I failed to acknowledge in my predictions. I think looking back, the manager is everything in modern football. It's everything. I think if you reverse the managers and Thomas Frank managed Leeds, it's an entirely different story. But fair play to him, man. He's got no right finishing whatever Brentford finished with that team.
Yeah, no, he doesn't. Absolutely no right.
He's an absolute nerd.
No. Yeah, I fully. Well, we've seen him sitting there with his. Well, I was gonna say we've seen him sitting with a tactics board, but there's someone here that's probably got the board.
You also saw his interview with. You saw his interview with. Was it Potter, where he said like, "Oh, what would be one question you could ask Potter?" And he's like, "Why do you change your formation so much? Like you're making it difficult."
Yeah,
on
that
me.
interview was weird. I've never seen that before. But speaking of managers, this next team, everyone had them 10th, 11th, so there was nothing special about it. They didn't really come around that position, but they did all right in the end. We had Crystal Palace.
Oh yeah, okay.
Of course, I will mention. I said the only issue is with Vieira, and I said, "Whoa, allow him. Like, what a nice guy he is." You know what it is? I said I had nothing good to say about him as a manager. I was just saying like, "Yo, Vieira, like he's a really cool dude." Like, I didn't say anything good about him because there was nothing.
Where did they finish? Didn't they finish like 11th, 12th?
I think they were like 13th, 14th. Let me check real quick. They were 11th actually. We're spot on. Never mind.
Yeah.
We're spot on.
I thought.
Congrats to us then. Wow. Not that we knew they were going to obviously sack Vieira and bring in Hodgson, but
no, we didn't.
Fair enough.
Surely we had like Doucouré in a good spot, right? Or did we even have him?
Yeah, so we all had Doucouré in very good. We all agreed on that one. That was one of the ones where there wasn't really.
He won Player of the Year for them.
Is it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he won
Player
Player of the Year for them.
No, fair enough. I won't waste too much time on 11th place. In 10th, everyone had them 10th to 13th, except Mav, who had them bottom of his thing. They're going to be relegated. We had Wolves.
Oh, yeah, that's a tough one for you.
Mav,
the manager
Wolves.
change.
Yeah.
First few weeks he was there saying, "Hey, remember when I said Wolves, guys? Remember when I said Wolves, guys?" And then I stopped hearing him speaking about Wolves for a long time. So now you can chat to us about Wolves, Mav.
Nah, again, I don't like Wolves benefited from the other clubs around them not playing well. I'll die on that hill there because again, if you watch them at any point this year, they are so bad. They're so bad. Like they're terrible. There's no standout players for them. They're boring.
I think they're the worst.
Their attacking style is horrible, and they have just capitalized on the fact that Everton threw up a stinker, Leeds threw up stinkers, you know, and Leicester threw up stinkers. Like if those clubs that we didn't expect to get relegated or be near relegation, you know, obviously West Ham did how they should have, Wolves would have been fighting relegation. So yeah, I put my hands up and say I was wrong, but
fair enough. As a quick question, just for all of you, the player was Nunes. Where would you guys put him based on this season? I'll start with Kurt. Where would you put Matheus Nunes?
I'd say very good. I think he's a player.
Fair. Furhat?
Good to very good.
Yeah, Mav?
Yeah, I mean, considering he does well in that team, I'd have to say good to very good, yeah.
Mav's quote on Matheus Nunes from that podcast.
No.
Why did you say
I'm scared.
Nunes is just about decent. What did he even do versus Newcastle? Moutinho and Neves are way better than him. So Mav, you weren't really rating Nunes, I guess, at the start, but I guess you've changed your tone based on what.
Nah, not massively. I still think they're both
very good,
they're all
like
they're very
decent.
Similar levels. I think Neves is arguably their best player, you know, and Moutinho is very, very good when he plays for them. So yeah, that doesn't actually make me feel anyway. I'll be real.
Fair enough. No, I'm just saying you were just saying he that.
No, yeah.
No worries.
No.
It's cool. No
Dead
dramas.
team.
We get into I guess that is the top half already, but we get into 9th place. This one, it's interesting.
God.
Ooh.
9th place, we have West Ham. Wow. Of course, this was off of the back of that like European run, and they were putting Jared Bowen versus Saka comparisons.
Oh my,
or whatever.
Yeah.
The player we all had, the first flop we put was Scamacca. Can we all agree that we're all right on that one?
Oh,
Yeah.
I think that one goes without saying. He got kicked out by Antonio, who
Has scored what 5 goals or something like that. Like just. Ugh.
Yeah, he got booted out by Antonio, even when he was
then
fit.
threw him
He
under
wasn't
the
playing.
bus in an interview right after as well.
Yeah, well, look, I watched the full pod, didn't it? I don't know if he threw him under the bus.
I mean, what he said,
he was gassing him up beforehand.
What he said about him wasn't wrong in my opinion, but in my opinion, if you're still his teammate at the club, you shouldn't say that on a pod. What he said.
Yeah, no, I hear that. I mean, for me, I'm all for free speech.
Yeah,
You say,
same.
well, if you believe it, you believe
No,
it.
It might just get him.
It
It might just get him into talks when he goes back to the training facility and stuff like that.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
they can.
Well,
they
if they
can.
wanna
They
scrap,
can have a word.
Antonio
They can
will
have a
pack
word
him
with
in,
each other. They
so-
can have a scrap if they disagree. That's football, isn't it? I think we need to do a slightly better job of humanizing footballers again, in my opinion, and allow them to be honest and truthful and have personality. So I don't mind it.
Funny
It's not
you say
professional,
that.
but I
Funny
don't
you
mind
say
it.
that. So you allow them. You want them to be open and say what they think. But then when Antonio said that he can score 30 goals, you were yelling at him.
Oh,
about
waffle. Yeah, because it's absolute garbage.
And that was in the same pod, by the way.
No. Let's be honest. They are not the same things. Saying stuff about your teammates or what you feel about your teammates does not qualify as them being allowed to say that Antonio believes he would score more goals for City than Aguero ever managed.
No, but I feel like all strikers have to be like that, right?
No,
if you're a
you
serious
don't.
striker,
No,
you
no,
gotta
no,
believe that you're gonna bag.
no,
like.
That
no,
statement
no.
with
So they asked him directly, like, would you score 30 goals? That's what we believe. Would you score 30 goals? And he said, like, yeah, of course. Like, I'm not gonna say no, I'm bad. Like, you know what I mean? So I hear him.
man,
You gotta be realistic,
I'm sorry.
right?
You've got to be honest. You can't put up the numbers he has and
right.
say, yeah, I'd score. You can't.
Well,
Let's be
anyway,
a bit
it's not.
realistic.
Antonio wasn't the transfer. Another transfer we had here. I'm gonna give Kurt some accolades here. He deserves some flowers sometimes. We all slapped Paqueta in decent because obviously he wasn't looking that fantastic to start with. But Kurt did say, I agree Paqueta's looked kind of average, but chuck him, or rather, no, I think we had him in underwhelming rather. He said chuck him in decent because it's early days and there's got to be a reason why he plays for Brazil. So Kurt, has Paqueta, I guess, turned it around for you recently?
Yeah, I mean, he showed it's flashes, to be fair. It's not consistent, but yeah, I mean, the end of his season, I think he was brilliant.
Yeah. He took a long time, bro. Up
took
to like
a
March.
long
Yeah, it took a long time.
If we made it in March, I'll be like, I'll be happy that we had him in underwhelming or something.
Yeah, it took very long.
But we still it's still not a finished discussion with him, as Kurt said, because he did this at Milan as well. He had these flashes, he had these like few weeks, few months where he was good, and then it was back to like, are you a professional footballer?
Yeah.
Fair enough. I guess a big thing will be the final. Wednesday? I think it's happened by the time you guys watch this, but there we go. That is 9th place. In 8th place, we now get towards some serious teams in here. I had these guys 7th. Kurt and Fur had them 9th. Newcastle.
Okay.
I will start with a quote, and then you guys can tell me who said this.
Oh god.
Put Isaac in decent. He'll get 6 goals. I don't see him getting anywhere near more than that. Anyone know
That's
who that
not
was?
my type of wording, so
It could be me, by the way. It could be me. It could be.
that's-
Just paraphrase, by the way, just so you know.
I don't know if I would have said that. Like, it could be me, but like I feel like I rated him back in the day, so I don't really know.
I feel like I'd
no
say
more
something
panicking.
more
It wasn't either of
inflammatory.
you. It was Kurt.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
It was
So,
Kurt.
yeah.
There's
How
no way
many
he gets more
goals
than
did he
6
get?
goals. I believe he got like what 11 or something like that.
It's
And he wasn't
weird
even
with
playing
me,
all the
like,
games.
And didn't he
'cause-
miss most of the season as well?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
the
He missed
season.
a lot of matches. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a weird one, that one, because I love him as a player, but there were massive questions about his goal scoring ability. I mean, this is a guy that came from
No,
La
I agree.
Liga who like couldn't score at all. Like,
Don't feel too bad. We weren't like, I'll be honest, none of us were saying like, whoa,
Nah,
shut
we
up,
weren't.
like he's
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
score like
No, no.
100.
He had obvious
Just to
problems
be-
with his goals.
He's an unknown.
Yeah,
he's
I
an
still
unknown
put it-
element, isn't he?
No, but I love him. I think he's amazing. Like his, I remember watching him first time in the Euros, and I thought that he's special. But his goal scoring ability, I think, up until these last few months, I hadn't seen that from him. So yeah, that's where I am.
I think he's one of those like misprofile players for me, because he's not a number 9 for me. He's more of a
exactly.
Yeah, he's more of like a winger that supports the striker, just like Kolumuani for me personally.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
no,
I
fair
hear
enough.
that most of his best performances are from that position that I've watched him this year.
Supporting
To
like
be honest,
Wilson, right?
yeah.
Like I said, none of us really went crazy. I said I like him a lot though, and that his upside will be very high if he bangs. But it's not like it wasn't like a bold statement that I made. It was just like I disagreed with the 6 goals thing. I thought he would get more than that. But that's all. Newcastle. I mean, listen, fair play to him. Like you
Fair
said,
player.
they got top 4, so we have to respect what they've done. That's a lot higher than what we had them. So fair enough. In 7th place, this one is very funky because of what happened the day after we recorded this. If anybody remembers, we put Brighton to be 7th place. We recorded this saying how great Graham Potter is and how he's going to carry them to get towards the top 6. The very next day, he went to Chelsea. There were no signings on this list, although I will say I was gassing up Caicedo like crazy in this video. Kurt, your thoughts on Graham Potter versus Tuchel? That's one that you've obviously been infamous for recently.
It's a weird one, isn't it? That, because even though Potter got sacked, I feel like I've been proven right about Tuchel, and we'll see. I'll be curious to see who Potter takes over next. But not one fan, not a fan at all about on Tuchel, and
Yeah, I mean, likewise, to be fair.
Likewise,
Just waiting for corners and set pieces to get defenders back in. But well done, Ferhat. You got your league title. Like, he tried his best to not win that league, to be honest with you. So, well done. But like I said, there were no signings for Brighton, so not a lot to say about them. Congrats to them. De Zerbi, incredible. Top 6. Here we go.
Here we go. Yeah, we know one name that's going to be in here, which...
Who would have thought?
Me and Ferhat put them 6. Kurt had them in 4th. He said that their manager's one of the top 4 managers in the league, so they will come top 4. It is Manchester United. I guess fair play, man. You guys did it. As much as I really still don't really rate United like that, you managed to get it. Like, Kurt, Ten Hag, you were...
I think it's all him. I don't think any other manager... aside from the obvious, would have got them top 4. Like, that squad is not good enough for top 4.
Well, it's interesting you say that, actually, because I have a quote from you here. Hold on a minute. Do I save it for? Okay, no, I'll say it now because you've just mentioned it and it's topical. You just said their squad does not deserve any top 4, whatever. You said it's between United and Arsenal for 4th. United have better everything from manager to players except striker and Odegaard. I then said, well, like, what about the wingers? And you said, well, Saka, Martinelli, and then Anthony, Sancho. There's nothing in that. They're the same. What do you think about that? Anthony, Sancho is the same as Saka, Martinelli.
Saka I've always loved, so it's weird. But Martinelli... No, in terms of squads between United and Arsenal, like... I rest my case.
Only two players get in.
No, it's the same. It's the same thing. Like with what I said about Arteta. Like Arsenal got no right being in that top 4 either. I don't think with that squad. I think that's all Arteta. I really, really do. But it's the same. I apply similar logic to both teams.
Fair enough. We had just watched a game there as well, and I was saying that Anthony. I'm gonna sound salty, but he was so meaty versus Arsenal, and you were shocked at me. You were.
I thought he had a good debut. I thought he was probably the best game I've seen. From him.
He was only good defensively. He was only good defensively from him.
But he scored as well, huh?
That's it.
Well, yeah, but like
he scored, but come on, man. He wasn't good. He wasn't good. He scored, yes, but
Serge Gnabry scored like 15 goals in the Bundesliga.
It wasn't terrible, but I wasn't gassing.
It was.
By the way, Mav agreed with me about Anthony on that one. Mav said Anthony, although Mav did say Anthony will be good because under Ten Hag, he wanted a left-footed right winger, so he'll be good for them. I tried to push him down, of course, but you guys wanted him high, so we ended up with Anthony in decent. Do we think that's fair for Anthony, or should he go higher, lower?
I think we'll put him lower.
What is the category below?
We had transformative, amazing season, very good season, decent season, underwhelming, and
underwhelming.
Yeah, underwhelming. For sure.
I'm gonna stay silent on this one because we need to keep
Mav's,
this video...
I thought you were clearing his throat before his 10-minute rant coming.
need to keep this video under an hour. Slap Anthony and flop. Don't care.
Fair enough.
I don't rate him. That's all I'm saying. Don't rate him.
Fair enough. So you don't think he'll be good because he's a left footer anymore, yeah? Just to confirm.
No, Amenyah, you're trying to push me here to talk about that bald-headed man, but I'm really, really trying to not.
Wait, you're not rating Ten Hag as much as Kurt, no?
Absolutely not.
Mav.
Absolutely not.
If anybody wants Mav's thoughts on Ten Hag, go to like 3 weeks ago's episode. There's about 20 minutes of Mav just ranting about Ten Hag, whilst me and Stokes just sit there in silence.
That was well edited.
Check that one out. The next player, there were 2 more. We had Kurt and Mav put in Casemiro in transformative, and this led to a very infamous quote. Because Mav then said he's instantly the best progressive passer at United. Mav, do you wanna? Is it gonna get like a my bad on that, like a fair play, guys, or
nope? Because everything else is still correct. So I'm not saying my bad or a section of his play.
Is he the most progressive passer at United? I'm just interested to know.
Oh no,
in your opinion.
no. But I'm not saying my bad for Casemiro. I'm definitely not. But for the progressive yes.
No, you can keep Casemiro wherever you want.
Yeah. For the progressive passing, he's not.
Ferhat said opposite, and you were like, just because Ferhat watches other leagues.
I remember that actually. Now that you say, I said at Madrid that he was stinky in build-up, right? Because he obviously had like great midfielders to help him out. And then the first few weeks or months, I'm not sure which time frame, he had like some. I'm not sure if it was assists, but some good like build-up plays, some good passes. And I was. People were coming back to me, right? They were like, "Oh, what was the Casemiro take about then?" You say,
I hear it.
I guess it was a lucky streak, kind of.
No, yeah, maybe. And also, all I'll say
is don't forget that pass versus Charlton.
His bad performances and bad passes do line up with United not having their full 11.
No dramas. Kurt, obviously, what do you think about Casemiro missing 10, 11, 12 games because he's been unable to keep?
No, I think we use transformative. I can't come up with a better adjective. I think he that's the definition of transformative. You sign a player like that and he changes the club's mentality. I think he's been exceptional.
Fair enough. The last one we put Lisandro Martinez very good. I went very good, so did Kurt and Ferhat. Mav wanted amazing. I think I'm satisfied with very good. There's not much to really add on that. Like, well done to you. You proved Jamie Carragher wrong, I guess. Kudos to you, mate. But is what it is. Well done to you. I want to move on to 5th place because this team, they made a lot of signings.
There we go.
5th place. We had Chelsea. I had them 5th. Mav had them 5th. Kurt had them 6th. And Ferhat had them in his top 4. So we start with you, Ferhat. Chelsea top 4.
Bro, with all those signings, come on, man.
You got baited.
When was the video made? It was like, you said, like, just on the brink
match
of,
day
like,
4 or something
Tuchel
like
getting
that?
sacked, right?
Yeah.
I'll be honest. When I saw that, like, what was again that like Potter was appointed, right? I thought, okay, maybe I could get saved here, but no, I didn't. To be fair, yeah. I mean, I'm holding my hands up. I saw the signings and I thought, like, okay, these are some like class players. So I was like, oh yes, smart business. Well, it wasn't smart. So yeah, not for now at least.
Not. But one thing that someone did say, maybe he'll remember it if I jog his memory. Someone said Chelsea's best signing will be Amenyah. In fact, put him transformative. He's scoring minimum 14 goals.
I feel like I know who
anyone who said this?
Me, but
I know who it is.
No, I think that was me, right? Amenyah.
Yes, it was you.
Yeah, but
Amenyah.
I mean, again,
one goal.
So you said this video was made when
match day 3 or 4, yeah.
Literally, like the day
because they brought him in, right? And then obviously Tuchel got sacked, and then he didn't play. I still believe. I'm sorry, like I still think if he started every game, he scored more than Chelsea's whole attack combined. But we'll never know.
But the thing is, we saw him play games, and he was terrible in those games too.
Yeah, it's not hard, but Potter had a massive agenda against Amenyah for some reason, and I don't get it. I still don't understand.
It's because he's bad. That's what. Like, he's bad.
Absolutely.
We saw him play, and he's
but he's coming off an incredible season at Barcelona. So
if he went to League One, he might be challenging for top goal scorer. So,
but I feel like
La Liga, the convo has to open soon about that league.
But then it's like Isaac came from La Liga, couldn't score, going into the Premier League and start scoring. So it goes both ways.
Yeah, like everyone's saying recently, Lewandowski went into La Liga and has Benzema run in Saudi Arabia, but
whoa,
it goes both ways. I think Amenyah.
I tell you what, no one's offering Lewa 200 mil because nobody cares about that.
No one cares about that money, bro.
Yeah, no one cares about that. Go make your videos dancing at your house, man. Yeah, so Amenyah transformative for Kurt.
Should have been.
We will never know. Although I saw him play games against Arsenal, he started both games, and he was arguably the worst player on the pitch both times. So that's interesting.
We'll never know.
You can't keep saying we never know, bro. He was bad, man. There was no scenario.
How many did he play? We never know.
You know what?
All right, fine. Next season, Poch.
Yeah, you know what the thing is with Alba at Barcelona, that like season he had. I feel like I heard from like some Barca fans that apparently he was like putting away pretty like difficult chances, but missing the easy ones. Maybe there was also.
That's what he's been doing even at Arsenal last year. Man.
Maybe there was a bit of okay, I put the like low XG chances away, but I miss like the big chances. My luck has run out.
You can't get chances if you're on the bench.
Well,
You
moving on from
can't get
Amenyah.
XG sat on the bench. That is absolutely true. Yeah, that is absolutely
Moving
true.
on from Amenyah, who Kurt is going to defend that he's happy to put him in transformative, whatever. We all had Cucurella very good, so there's nowhere to hide for any of us. Can we all agree that goes flop directly? Probably one of the biggest flops.
Yeah,
of the entire
we didn't
window,
cook
right?
anything there.
I told you, and I'm not backing any Brighton player anymore. Maybe McAllister, who I love, can break the curse now. He's confirmed to Liverpool, which I hate, by the way. I hate that he's gone to Liverpool.
Now that you say that, what about Trossard?
Again,
I think
he's been
like,
alright. He's been alright.
Yeah, but he's been
I think
kind of nice.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Again, when he gets a kick of the ball, he's done all right, but he can't get a kick of the ball. And again, I back Amenyah in this. Everyone was saying, "Oh, Martinelli can get shifted by Trossard because of how good Trossard is," and I mean, that absolutely did not happen. So I don't know. I don't know.
Next Chelsea player, Kurt said he'll be the best centre back in the Premier League and a massive upgrade on Antonio Rudiger.
Upgrade?
Koulibaly.
No, you did not say an upgrade on Rudiger, surely.
He said it's going to be an upgrade on Rudiger. He said this. This is a direct word for word quote. Kurt, are we going to get a hands up on that one, or?
I don't know, because again, it comes down to the fact that this guy is better than. I mean, he's shown levels. Rudiger has
that Leeds game alone. That Leeds game alone is worthy of a hands up in the air, man. Where he got spun, and I think did he get a red card in that game as well?
He got a red card, yeah, somewhere.
Yeah, he got a red card.
Terrible, like.
Yeah, there's obviously something going wrong at Chelsea, right? Because what signing worked. I mean, it can't be everybody's bad. They kind of made. There's no way every signing they've made was bad. Like, it just makes no sense.
I mean, that's just what we're seeing here, right? Best centre back in the entire league.
It confuses me as well, though.
It's weird
because there were these memes, right? I was part of them, by the way. There were these memes where it was like, "Oh, Koulibaly left Napoli now, and they upgraded at centre back and stuff like that," right?
They did,
now,
and they won the league.
The thing is, Koulibaly was so good for them as well. I don't know what happened. I don't know.
Even internationally, he's good as well.
Attacks. You've got to defend against the Mobley in them, man. Do you know what I mean? It's always Serie A attacks.
Damn, that's kind of impolite, but yeah, fair
it's the
enough.
truth.
No drama. Anyway, the last two players, because as I said, Chelsea signed so many, so I got to rattle through them. Mav says that Sterling amazing. Kurt says no way above decent. He went to put them underwhelming. I said he's meaty, despite the fact that he scored a couple goals. And I said that Chelsea fans won't listen to me. Well, I was right. They were all saying, "Oh, what do you mean Sterling's been meaty? He scored this goal, that goal. Was it Southampton?" Dry player. Sterling thoughts.
My opinions haven't changed on Sterling. I still think he's a very good football player. I think, and I'll say about anyone we've put in this list anywhere, it's null and void. No matter our opinions on any player in this, it's null and void. We cannot judge Chelsea, any player for Chelsea. We can't. I still think he's a very good football player, regardless of his performance this year.
Well, someone that we saw before Chelsea and at Chelsea, and I didn't rate at all when I seen that. But Kurt really likes him. Wesley Fofana. He forced him to go as high as possible, but we got him down to low, very good. So Kurt Fofana, what do you think about him this season?
Not a good season. Not a good season at all. But he's young. We'll see. Again, all Chelsea players, like Mav said. I don't know. But yeah, he's not been good this season. Not at all.
Martinelli dragged that guy many a time, and I think the worst game was even again. Was it United recently?
He got like Paqueta in that one goal, right?
No. His worst game. Obviously, it's not Prem. It's not Prem, but the worst night he had was obviously the Bernabeu against Vinny Jr. To the point that he was getting spun so many times that Reece James refused to help him out. He said, "I'm not getting involved. I'm staying away from this because I'm not getting spun either." So I watched Reece James run away from helping his right centre back out, and that didn't help Fofana, but that brother got cooked.
Oh, there we go. Chelsea, 5th place. Into 4th, our top 4. How many did we get right? I guess we find out now. There are some teams that haven't been mentioned that therefore didn't get in top 4. But 4th place. Ferhat had these guys 3rd. I had them in my top 4, of course. I don't remember where Math had them. I've lost his screenshot because he did some weird order thing.
Yeah.
But Kurt had them outside the top 4. Arsenal. Kurt, I guess over to you, because you, like I said, you had that quote. I wrote down the quote here about, you said we have nothing over United other than Odegaard and a striker. Do you still believe that?
Yeah, 100%. I think Arsenal.
Wow.
Okay. The top 4 for me should have been easy. Like this season, if you go off squad, there should have been City, Spurs, Liverpool, and who's the other team? And United, just. But sorry, not United. Liverpool, Chelsea, City. Yeah, Chelsea would have been 4th. Sorry, Chelsea should have been 4th based on squad. United and Arsenal should not be in there. I think it's the managers that got them in. Same thing here.
So to clarify then, so your 4 managers, who are they then? Because you said Ten Hag is top 4 manager.
Yeah.
You had him ahead of Arteta, but Arteta has
Ten Hag, Arteta. I don't know order, but Guardiola, Klopp, Ten Hag, and Arteta.
Okay, because I didn't hear you say that recently. You had Arteta not even in your top 4.
No,
like Zerbi and stuff. It's interesting. By the way, just to clarify, I've got it here actually. Mav earlier was saying, whoa, the Saka, Martinelli, Anthony Sancho thing. Mav agreed with you. He said, yeah, and Saka currently, ooh. So Mav's someone that watches football with numbers and not his eyes, evidently, because Mav agreed with that horrendous.
Yeah, Saka had a terrible start to the season. I did watch with my eyes.
It wasn't terrible.
It shocking.
No, he
just wasn't.
And a not great end. He wasn't performing well, and he went on to continue to perform well. I wasn't incorrect at the time. He didn't start off well, and he didn't end well. Yes, he had a fantastic middle. You know, you would consider United's wingers in Rashford, Sancho, and I mean, people were obviously saying Anthony because they didn't get the chance to watch him.
No, Rashford. No. I'm gonna stop you there because nobody mentioned Rashford. Because Rashford, no. But what? His stocks were at the bottom. It was Anthony and Sancho. Just to confirm. No. Anthony and Sancho.
Yeah, cool. Okay.
Being the same as Saka,
Anthony, Sancho, Rashford, like United's wingers in general, going across the board.
Listen, it's Saka. Just say my bad. We can move on. There's so many players. It's Saka, bro.
No.
There's no way to get out of this and be like, yeah, it was a nice.
I'm backing what we said at the start of the season. Going off what we knew, that was not incorrect.
Well, I also had some incorrect statements, but before I get to those ones, we all had Gabriel Jesus transformative. I still believe that's correct. Obviously, he had the injuries.
I still back it.
I do believe we're all right to do that. Kurt did mention a concern about his finishing. I said he's not lethal, but he'll defo bag 15. Kurt said no, he won't. He didn't get 15, but I believe, in fairness, 11 goals missing 4 months. I do believe he would have hit the 15. We'll never know now, but I feel like that's still justified. Kurt, do you still stand by transformative, even though?
Absolutely no.
This guy's gonna say Nketiah's better than him, bro.
I hold my hands up on that one. No, not transformative. No. Nah,
Fair
I
enough.
actually think he's part of the reason why the biggest bottom happened. Actually,
you keep saying this like we haven't seen United versus Man City, but you know it's okay. It's okay. 8 points gap with 6 games to go, but it's okay. Another player there were 2 more players that we discussed for Arsenal. After Mav was saying that, Mav, let me get my bad from you, please. He said Xhaka is pony. I've had this opinion and he offers nothing other than passion. Do you still believe that, or is it like a my bad for this one?
No, that's a my bad for the season for sure. Yeah, I've said this. How many podcasts have I said this in now? No one.
No, just
no
making
one knows
sure that this
I've
is the
done
one
a U-turn on that
clarify.
one. He had a fantastic season this season.
The reason why I asked that is because you said you were talking about Zinchenko playing midfield, and funny enough, after how much you hated him last week, you said, "Oh, I love Zinchenko. He's class. Put him in amazing." So, what do you think about Zinchenko now, Mav? Do you still?
I still, again, I still think he's a very good football player. I don't think my opinion has not changed on Zinchenko. For sure, I think if you guys didn't have Zinchenko, I think you would have struggled.
Well, Kurt completely disagreed. He said if everyone's fit, Zinchenko won't start. Kurt, Zinchenko started every game that he was fit.
better.
Come on, man.
So we're still going to hold on to that one, yeah? Fair enough. It's just to clarify, Tierney's better than Zinchenko, yeah?
Yeah, if Tierney was there at Anfield, I think Arsenal could have won the league. We'll never know.
All right, man. And I have to do a my bad for this next one. I tried to put this guy in decent. I actually said, to quote me, I said, he can go in decent because... Listen, if Odegaard or Saka need a rest, he can get some minutes. But they played Saka 38 games straight with no rest. I had Fabio Vieira. I thought he would be decent. I was warned, you know. Guys like Kurt did say, he did disagree with me, so fair play to him. But I just thought, I thought Saka would get a bit of rest, man. He just didn't get any rest. So I guess Kurt, have your praise, Vieira. You know, rating him at all, no?
No.
But he scored that nice goal with Brentford. He was cooking that. I don't know what went wrong, man. I don't really have a reason. But there we go. That's Arsenal done. We'll go into our top 3 now. Blimey. Ferhat had this team 5th because Diaz and Nunes don't score enough. It's Liverpool.
Ooh, so Ferhat bang on.
Yes.
Ooh.
Ferhat, chat to us, mate. You had Liverpool not in your top 4. What made you go with that, aside from the Diaz Nunes?
I won't take the full credit for this one. You will actually hear someone who you never would have thought I'm gonna say, right? Who's gonna take the credit for this one? Assassin Asim, yes. Asim is gonna take the credit for this one. He's a Liverpool fan. I'm basically like chatting with him every day, right? And he told me there is no way that they get top 4. But
we had 2 signings on our list.
Oh, was every signing meaty?
We had Arthur, who you called a Beyblade, but he wasn't on our list. And we had Carvalho and Darwin Núñez. Those were the 2 that we put on our list. Carvalho, we all put him on decent. I think we had just seen him score the winner versus
Newcastle. Yeah, I remember his reaction to that. Yeah,
but then we never saw him again. But the important one, I guess, is Núñez. Underwhelming. Now, Mav, you must hold your hands up along with me. We'll both hold our hands up together. We said that, and it's not really our fault, but we said that Diaz will score more goals than Núñez. Diaz obviously wasn't fit. So
but
my hands are up.
Yeah, my hands are not up for that.
We said no. My hands are up. No, right, we said he's going to score more goals. We were wrong.
Yeah, but again, there has to be some leeway of not apologizing because someone gets a season-ending injury. Luis Diaz would have scored more goals than Darwin Núñez. I will die on that hill if he played every game. 100%. I don't care. I'm not changing my opinion.
Kurt, we had him underwhelming. Would you have moving up or down, or can he stay in underwhelming for you?
Nah, I mean, if you're going off this season, you probably put him flop, to be fair. Because what they expected from him, they didn't get, no?
Erling Haaland levels, huh? Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. Nah, I hear that.
But I'm fine with underwhelming as well.
Yeah, fair enough. And Carvalho, obviously, I think is also underwhelming just because we literally didn't see him play again that much afterwards.
Like, he's trying to get a way out now, and he literally wants to go somewhere to get full-time football.
Yeah. Right, second place. Cannot believe the amount of tax that this manager has on him. Ferhat and Mav had them second place, I believe. As did Kurt. Kurt said, I'm certain they'll be the closest team to City. I think Richarlison's a very, very good signing. Tottenham Hotspurs. Kurt, Richarlison. Obviously, he has more yellow cards for taking off his shirt for offside goals than goals.
I still think Conte would have got them 4th. But unfortunately, again, we'll never know.
We ain't doing this Conte thing still, are we?
I hold my hands up on this, and yet again,
thank you.
I don't understand why on earth Spurs didn't finish second. Like they should have been the closest. Like the summer signings they had were amazing on paper. Son, I don't know what happened. Like to me, that's a mystery. For me, player of the season last season. To go from player of the season to the season he's had makes no sense. But ultimately, Richarlison, of course, Richarlison, I mean, he didn't get enough games.
Because he's bad. No, but to be fair, again, we weren't as strong on it as you, but again, no one said like, whoa, like where you going?
He's not a bad player, but it's
I liked him as well. Mav said he loves him, innit? So
what I overrated yet again is that Spurs have players in their team who, unless they leave, they have no hope whatsoever. And talking about the goalkeeper, a couple of their defenders,
Romero, I agree.
So it's what it is.
Well, on that topic of Son, I did say, by the way, direct quote, Son, the binoculars are out. You have 1 more month before it's over. Well, that month passed.
Yeah.
Another 9 months passed, and I think I was right. And it goes back to a pod a while ago. Me and Mav were in agreement that Son can't do this thing for like 2 years and then start being above other wingers in the top 10 all time. But Kurt strongly disagreed with us, so that's
Yeah, but Son's better than Mane though, so I don't know. Okay. There's no need to start this one again because Son.
wait. There's 100%. No way you still believe Son's better than Mane. There's no way. There's no chance.
Wait.
As an all-time winger,
0% chance.
No, but wait a minute. We're talking about Son had a bad season. What the hell did Mane have?
Nothing.
Son had a bad season.
Nothing ever.
Mane went to play. If Son played for Bayern Munich, he'll get 25 goals.
Oh hell nah. He wouldn't. He would.
I'm 25.
I'm not having this. I'm not having this.
I thought I was the one that.
No, I'm seeing my team play every game.
You know this deep down for it.
There is no way that if Son came to us and I see Son play for Spurs, obviously, right? There is no way he gets 25. No way. He does not get.
Don't be disrespectful.
No, it's not disrespectful enough.
You're being disrespectful to Mane.
Our highest
Son.
Differently.
Son is not getting close to 25. He's not even hitting 20.
Trust.
Blimey. Well, there we go. I guess I was right on Son, so I'll give myself a pat on the back. The other signing that Spurs had, by the way, I'm not going to spend time because we mentioned him already. We all put Basuma underwhelming because we said he's a baller, but Conte wasn't starting him. Well, they had Stellini, they had Mason, whatever other managers. He still wasn't starting.
So always better.
And probably even flopped, to be honest with you. Even though I believe like he's still a good player, but yeah, it is what it is. In first place,
of course,
we're gonna do first place, and then very quickly we'll go through our like player of the season things that we did and wants to watch. Those 2 awards there. First place, I'm gonna give you a timestamp. 53:17, minute 53 of the last video. I said this. You're Prem champions yet again. Arsenal weren't able to stop them this time. We came from the future where we came second and couldn't stop them. It's kind of crazy how that came to fruition, but you know, I kind of give myself a pat on the back on that one. Arsenal pushed them as far as we could, but we messed up. Mav said that City will wrap up the title by the World Cup.
That's crazy.
Your thoughts on that? You said that City would wrap up the title by the World Cup.
I think they did, to be honest. I heard all Arsenal fans saying that City were going to win. You know, did you not hear them all the years say it's City? City are chasing us. City have the history. You know, it's
City.
It
wasn't wrapped up.
So I think mentally they wrapped it up because you guys were running with your tail between your legs.
I'm not playing,
doors. Bro. No, I'm just saying. You guys were running with your tail between your legs early doors, saying, "Oh, it's City though. City are always going to catch towards the end of the season." But no. I don't. Obviously, I'm not going to completely justify it, but I'm not going to say it too much because I'm bored of saying it now. What Arteta did with Arsenal, nobody expected at all. And if Arsenal hadn't done what they did,
I said we were going to push him, but yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, but you're an Arsenal fan. Arsenal fans have said that all year, every year. Realistically, if Arsenal didn't do what they did and Arteta didn't do what he did, then yeah, this title would have been wrapped up by Christmas. But that didn't happen. So yeah, I hold my hands up and say, yeah, fair play. But no, I mean, they were still absolutely dominant, weren't they, realistically speaking? So
yeah, I mean, and the 2 signings, they were pretty unanimous. They were top and bottom of our tier list, and nobody really had any disagreements. We had Haaland transformative, I think, pretty straightforward. Like, of course, like he was. There were some murmurings from some people, not on this panel, about how City have got worse because of Haaland.
Yeah, I remember all of that nonsense. Oh yeah.
And we had Calvin Phillips to be a massive flop, which you didn't really want to hear, Mav, but the rest of us are pushing there. Can you join us now in Phillips being a flop? Can you join us?
No, I'm not. I as I've always said, I'm not going to join you because Pep always does this with new signings.
Is it an injury thing? No, but it's about what they're going to do this season. That's what the video was about.
No,
not 10 years time.
100%. I'm not joining you. Basically.
Real quickly, that was our league table. We have the 4 things. We have overachievers, underachievers, young player this season, and wants to watch. I'm going to quickly go through them because actually, Mods, you thought you were getting away with it. You're part of this too. Overachievers. Mav had Fulham, so fair play to you. I'll give you a round of applause for that one. Well done. Furhat had Brighton. I also give you a round of applause. Obviously, pot attacks, but well done. I had Crystal Palace.
Wow.
Hey, listen. They kind of got where we were predicted, so that's cool.
That's a pass.
That's a pass.
You really love
Come on, guys.
You fenced it.
That's a pass.
Fenced it differently.
And Kurt Overachievers, Leeds.
Of course.
Oh my. Okay, that one's stinky.
Of course.
Yikes.
Luckily for the mods, they did all right on this one. They're overachievers. Ted put Brighton, Tyler put Brighton, Aaron put Fulham, Alfie also put Fulham. It's underachievers where it becomes interesting. I'm sorry, I put Fulham.
Damn.
You know, fair play, Mav. You beat me on the Fulham team. Like, congrats.
Yeah.
But you put Wolves. So there you go. Wolves, no relegation for them. Furhat had Liverpool. I think round of applause. Fair play. Furhat, that's from you.
Yeah, that's a huge shout.
Kurt had Arsenal.
Well.
Wait, underachievers.
Yeah.
Underachievers.
I was absolutely spot on.
Come
How
on.
can you lead the league title for 93% of the time and not
I
win it?
respect the angle you're
Get
about
out
to
of
go
here,
from.
man.
I respect
No, but
it.
it's the truth. How can you top the league
I
for
respect it.
93% of the time and not win it?
That Kurt,
All
I
right.
respect it. 'Cause
Then
I
in
can-
which case,
I can
I'm
hear
not
the
hearing
smile on your
Liverpool then.
face. I can hear it. I can literally
I'm not
hear the
taking
smile.
Liverpool then.
I respect it.
If I'm doing Liverpool, I'm saying that was an overachieving then. What an incredible 7-0 win versus United, and they won like 12 in a row at the end. That's great for them. So fair play. But for the mods, by the way, Ted put Chelsea. Fair play to him. He knew his own team. Tyler had Leicester, so we all laugh at Tyler in every top 10 list, but he had Leicester, so
Fair enough.
fair play.
Yeah, good
King
shout.
Aaron had Aston Villa, and Alfie also had Liverpool, so fair play to Alfie on that one. Young player this season, this is where it's interesting, because the four of us, we're all good, but it's the mods, wow. You three had Odegaard, well done. I had Martinelli. I think all four of us, fair play to us, we did well. But the mods, Ted, Reece James.
Oh yeah. His most memorable moment, I stand by this. His most memorable moment is like getting that like Minecraft haircut, like just like green hair on the sideline, fam.
Yeah, howler. Aaron and Alfie are all right. Aaron had Martinelli, well done to him. Alfie had Caicedo, GG's. Tyler, after we just praised him, went and put Kulusevski. 2 goals, all competitions.
Yeah.
Kulusevski, stinker. And the final award we gave out, our ones to watch. So obviously, by the way, Haaland wasn't in any of these nominations. We all had Haaland for Golden Boot, and of course, he won it. So fair play to him. I had Gabriel Jesus. I'm sticking by that. I think he was a great watch for us when he was fit.
Was this one signing of the season?
Once to watch. Just like a player that you think is going to be like cooking and, you know, whatever. So you had Casemiro, Kurt. I couldn't watch him that much because he was suspended after season, but I guess for those games that I did see, well done. For Ivan Toney.
I mean, he was cooking until he went into gambling addiction.
Yeah, that's
I agree.
A
Yeah, no, we're all cooking. Yeah. Mav? Anthony Gordon. Anthony Gordon.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
Well, what do I think about that? I mean, move from almost a relegate team to Champions League for the first time in years. Yeah.
And he was not good at either of them.
Doesn't matter. He still nicked a big move, and
Fair enough.
Hey, it's not as terrible as it sounds. That's pretty bad.
Fair enough.
That's pretty shocking.
No, it's terrible.
It's pretty shocking. Yeah.
And the four ones there, Ted put Lavia, well done. Tyler put Jesus, Aaron put Mitrovic, and Alfie put Crystal Palace's Decore. So those are all the awards. Those were all of our howlers, our good takes. I enjoyed it thoroughly. I can't lie. Looking back, it's quite funny. There is going to be a video soon. I forget who was on it. Maybe me, Mav, Jamie, and Furhat or something like that. It was our stock watch. One player.
I was on there. Yeah.
We're gonna get that one soon. We're gonna get that one soon. That one might be even better. But hopefully you man enjoyed this. This was very fun. Like I said, we're getting to the period now where I got to bring back the same 4 each time, so it's hard to really organize it. But hopefully you guys had as much fun as we did. Let us know who you think had the best predictions, the worst ones, what you did right and wrong. Leave a like, comment, whatever. Subscribe to the new channel, by the way. I made a new account, like I said last week, for next season, so I can put it all on like a Total 90 account rather than just my personal YouTube. Other than that, have a wonderful weekend. In a bit. Bosh.